In this task, we will rectify the SAC1 CIR image to the source SAC13 SID image. To do this, we will locate common features in each image and add control points in each image. Typically, you should find mutually identifiable points in at least the four corners and center of the image for best results. Only identifying points in one portion of the image will not yield optimal results, so it's best to spread the control points around the image as evenly as possible. So we're going to use the zoom and pan tools in both the georeferencer window and the QGIS window to zoom to the upper left corner of both images to find a common reference point. So in the georeferencer window, I'm going to zoom over here to this intersection. And in the QGIS window, I'm going to scoot over the georeferencer window. That area is represented right here. So I'm going to zoom in there. And we're going to look for a common control point between both images. And so let's see if we can find one that's easily identifiable. Here I have a pool, and note that intersection with the circle that looks like this same house here. So I'm going to zoom into that house. There we go. And I'm going to zoom into it on this screen as well. There we go. And just a note, you're likely going to need to zoom very close to the feature found in each image. So examples of acceptably common features can include permanent features such as street corners, bases of flagpoles, bases of buildings, not the rooftops though, and so on. And the goal is to try to find the exact location in each image. So I'm going to use this, as good as we can get here, this intersection of the sidewalk. So I'm kind of zoomed in as far as I need to be on the georeferencer window, but I need to zoom in a little bit further on the QGIS window. So I'm going to zoom in, say about here. That's probably good enough to get that intersection in both images there. So with a common reference point located, in the georeferencer window, I'm going to click the Add Point button. There we go. And I'm going to click on the image to be rectified. So that's the SAC1 CIR image. So I'm going to click roughly here where I think the intersection is. And I'm going to click From Map Canvas button. And this is going to allow us to select the reference coordinate from the reference image rather than manually entering the coordinates. And so I'm going to click on that same location in the reference image. And I took care to click on the exact same location, or as close as I could get, resolution allowing. And when I did that, the Enter Map Coordinates dialog reappears, but with the selected coordinates entered. So I'm going to click OK to accept the coordinates. And when I do this, the ground control points table will populate with the created control point. The ground control point table will contain a list of all control points that you've created. If you wish to remove a control point, you can right-click on its entry in the table and choose Remove. If you wish to keep the control point but not apply it to the rectification, you can unselect it with the On/Off button, box in the first column. Additionally, if you wish to manually change any of the values, double-click on that cell to change to make it editable so that you can change it. And then click in another cell to set your changes. So I'm going to repeat steps 1 through 7 4 more times to collect 5 control points. And so let me look at my reference cheat sheet here, and I'm going to zoom back to the full image on both, or at least on this one. And let me look back over here to the top right hand corner. And I'm going to do the same thing over here in QGIS. So again, zooming out. And I'm going to try to find that same location over here on the right. So let's say looking here. And let's see here. Looks like I found it. So let's see if we can find a house with a pool. And I'm not going to record all 4 of these. I just wanted to do one more just so you can see. Oop, that seems to be the end right there. So you can see what the process is. So let's see here. This looks like this right here. And so there's that intersection. And so maybe we can do the driveway of the house across the street right there. That might be a good one to do. So I'm going to zoom in over here, and I'm going to zoom in over here. Okay, and I can clearly see the intersection. So I'm going to zoom in just a little bit further. And so now I'm going to create a ground control point. Let's go right here. And from the map canvas, we're going to choose that one right there. I'm going to click OK. And then I'm going to pause the recording, and I'm going to do all the other ones and then show you what the final results are. Okay, so I've completed choosing my 5 control points. So you can see I have the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 control points in my referencing image, and my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 control points in my reference image. I can also see that I have 5 entries in my GCP table.